Ty Cobb, born Tyrus Raymond Cobb on December 18, 1886, is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most controversial figures in the history of Major League Baseball, MLB. Known as the Georgia Peach, Cobb played 24 seasons in the majors, 1905 to 1928, most of them with the Detroit Tigers. He was known for his intense competitiveness, fiery personality, and unmatched skill on the field. His aggressive style of play and fierce determination helped him become one of baseball's greatest hitters, but his combative personality and controversial behavior also earned him a reputation as one of the game's most polarizing figures. Early life and background. Ty Cobb was born in Narrows, Georgia, into a well-to-do family. His father, a schoolteacher and state senator, emphasized education and discipline, while his mother, Amanda, was more nurturing. Cobb's childhood was marred by tragedy when his mother accidentally shot and killed his father in 1905, just as Ty was beginning his professional baseball career. This incident profoundly affected him, and may have contributed to his intense demeanor and unrelenting drive for success. At the age of 18, Cobb joined the Detroit Tigers in 1905 and quickly made a name for himself as a rising star in baseball. His early years in the majors were challenging due to conflicts with teammates, but his extraordinary talent quickly became apparent. Baseball career. Ty Cobb's career is defined by his remarkable achievements at the plate, his aggressive base running, and his meticulous study of the game. He was known for his ability to hit for both average and power, though his power numbers were modest compared to later players. What truly set Cobb apart was his ability to control every aspect of his offensive game, including bunting, stealing bases, and putting pressure on opposing defenses with his daring play. Detroit Tigers, 1905 to 1926. Cobb spent 22 of his 24 seasons with the Detroit Tigers. He quickly established himself as the most dominant hitter in baseball, winning the American League batting title 12 times in 13 seasons between 1907 and 1919. In 1911, he won the AL MVP award, batting .420 with 248 hits, 47 doubles, and 83 stolen bases. Cobb's most famous achievement came in 1911, when he set the all-time record for highest batting average in a single season, .420, a mark that has rarely been approached in the modern era. He finished his career with a .366 batting average, the highest in MLB history, a record that still stands today. Cobb was not only a hitting machine, but also a terror on the base paths. He led the league in stolen bases 6 times and retired with 892 stolen bases, a record until it was broken by Lou Brock in 1977. Cobb played with a ferocious intensity, often sliding into bases with his spikes high, earning him a reputation as a tough and sometimes dirty player. Philadelphia Athletics, 1927 to 1928. After his long career with the Tigers, Cobb spent the final 2 seasons of his career with the Philadelphia Athletics, where he continued to perform at a high level despite his advancing age. He retired in 1928 with 4,189 hits, a record at the time that stood until Pete Rose broke it in 1985. Career highlights and accomplishments. 12-time American League batting champion, 1907 to 1915, 1917 to 1919. 1911 American League MVP. Held the record for most hits, 4,189, until surpassed by Pete Rose. Highest career batting average in MLB history, .366. Led the league in stolen bases 6 times, including 96 steals in 1915. Set the record for 2,246 career runs, which stood for decades. Career totals, 4,189 hits, 117 home runs, 1,938 RBIs, 892 stolen bases, 2,246 runs scored. Ty Cobb's playing style. Cobb's aggressive style of play was unmatched in his era. He played the game with an intense focus on winning, and a willingness to take risks that few others dared. His base-running tactics were legendary, and he was known for his head-first slides, daring steals of home, and knack for unnerving opposing players with his relentless pursuit of victory. His intensity, however, often made him enemies, both among opponents and teammates. Cobb's confrontational personality led to numerous on-field and off-field altercations, and he was known for using racial slurs and engaging in fights with players and fans alike. His aggressive behavior contributed to his reputation as one of the most feared and controversial players in the history of the game. Post-playing career and legacy. After retiring from baseball, Cobb became a successful businessman, investing wisely in various ventures, including Coca-Cola. Despite his difficult personality, Cobb's achievements on the baseball field were widely recognized, and he became one of the first 5 inductees into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1936. In fact, Cobb received the most votes of any player in that inaugural Hall of Fame class, even more than Babe Ruth. Cobb's influence on baseball goes beyond his records. He was a pioneer of the game's inside baseball style, where strategy, finesse, and aggressive play dominated. His focus on speed, bunting, stealing bases, and putting constant pressure on the defense made him one of the most complete players of his era. Controversy and character. While Cobb's baseball accomplishments are undeniable, his personal reputation remains highly controversial. He was known for his short temper, racism, and violent incidents both on and off the field. Many of his contemporaries, and later historians, painted Cobb as a deeply troubled man. However, some modern accounts have tried to challenge aspects of Cobb's portrayal, suggesting that his personality might have been more complex and nuanced than the harsh image presented by early biographies, particularly Al Stump's widely criticized work. Despite the controversy, Ty Cobb's name remains synonymous with excellence in baseball. He was a player whose singular focus on winning defined an era, and his achievements on the field are still celebrated more than a century after he first stepped onto the diamond. Career statistics. .366 career batting average, highest in MLB history. 4,189 hits, second all-time. 2,246 runs scored, fourth all-time. 117 home runs, modest by modern standards, but impressive for his era. 1,938 RBIs. 892 stolen bases, fourth all-time as of 2024. Legacy. Cobb's impact on the game of baseball remains profound. His tenacity, skill, and drive to win set a standard for future generations. While his abrasive personality and controversial legacy complicate his story, there is no denying his standing as one of the greatest players to ever play the game.